lots of thoughts trying to come out at the same time. But,
It's been a weekend marked by division.
Shame on you!
Protests and counter-protests have taken place across the country, sparked by the use of hotels to house asylum seekers. With pressure on the government growing, ministers are set to unveil a fast-tracked asylum appeals process. At least 51,000 asylum appeals are still waiting to be heard, with the average wait time now 53 weeks. Under plans, these cases will be heard by a new independent body, overseen by adjudicators rather than judges. This new body will have statutory powers to prioritise cases from those in asylum accommodation and foreign national offenders. Home Office officials hope this will reduce the backlog and speed up the returns process. But the department is still reeling from the decision by the High Court to block one hotel in Essex from housing asylum seekers. With other councils now considering legal action, the Conservatives say ministers need to tackle the root causes of the asylum backlog.
We need to put people in different settings, but the reality is we need to stop people arriving in the first place. We need to stop being the soft touch. We need to look at what is attracting them. And actually, people need to know if they come here illegally, they're going home.
Campaigners argue a shake-up of asylum appeals is long overdue.
The fastest way of speeding up the appeal system and taking people out of hotels is for the government to get decisions right first time. At the moment, half of cases that go to appeal are overturned. And we're really worried that as long as hotels remain open, there'll be a hotspot for far-right activity. And that's dividing communities.
The government will outline more detail in the autumn. In the meantime, officials are braced for yet more protests. Jasmine Cameron-Chaleshi, ITV News.
So the government has announced with great fanfare that it's going to overhaul the system, the asylum appeals system. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, don't worry, salvation is here. Another shiny new body packed with independent adjudicators, which of course means lawyers, civil servants and assorted do-gooders on six-figure salaries, all set to speed things up. Now, forgive me, but the British public don't want speed. They want sense. They want a border system that works. They want illegal migrants put on a plane home, not to put in a Premier Inn at taxpayer expense. Let's talk numbers. We've now got 32,000 asylum seekers in hotels. 32,000. That's an entire small town scattered across Britain's holiday inns, Britannias and travel lodges. Families who've worked hard all their lives can't get a council house, but if you come across the channel in a dinghy, you get 3 meals a day, heating, hot water. And then we're told, oh, we can't possibly move them. It would be inhumane. Inhumane? I'd call it a 4-star package deal. In the appeals system, well, you couldn't make it up. It takes over a year to hear on appeal. A year. During which time you're all sat there in a hotel, all paid for by the mugs. I mean, British taxpayer. And then when the inevitable appeal fails, do we deport them? No. They disappear into the system. And the Home Office throws its hands up in the air like Manuel from Fawlty Towers. I know nothing. Now we've got the Refugee Council piping up saying the real problem is that half of the appeals succeed because the government's got it wrong the first time. Pull the other one. What it actually proves is that the entire process is a joke. If you arrive here illegally, destroy your passport in the dinghy, and then claim asylum, you shouldn't even get an appeal. You should get a one-way ticket back to Calais. And of course, when ordinary people dare to protest, whether it's in Epping, Liverpool, Bristol or Birmingham, suddenly the police come out in full riot gear to protect the Holiday Inn. Never mind protecting our borders, they're too busy guarding hotel lobbies from angry locals. And I'm sure the criminals of Britain are delighted to hear it, but here is the blunt truth. Until the government grows a backbone, nothing changes. No new panel, no new quango, no new round of independent adjudicators will fix it. The Australians solved it. The Greeks solved it. It is not rocket science. Stop the boats, stop the hotels, and send people back. And until then, Britain will remain the softest touch in Europe, and no amount of Yvette Cooper's properly managed spin will convince the public otherwise.
Good day, sir!
You're still here? Well. This is what being right-wing must taste like. If you want to subscribe to Just Jake, subscribe over there. And if you want to watch more videos from whatever the hell this is underneath it,